Applause. Well done. Thank you very much. All right.
Someone said it was the same place, so if it is, then they're pitch circle. If not, they've got 4G.
You think this is Masters football? Mate, have you been on this surface?
Is that yours?
Yeah. Save on my knees, man. How do you think I'm still running around now?
There you go. I'm looking. Florin. Hey, Weiss, push it up. Michael, talk to him. It's got him.
It's got to be intense. It's got to be physical. These are a good team.
Game after game, he just takes it in his stride. I think his attributes are clear to see. He's great in the air. He's got a great pass on him as well, also to get the team up the pitch. Communication between me, Michael, Sam, also Eddie, I think has been top notch.
Looking wide now, Victor Yumba. Edge of the box, needs to get in there in case of the foul. Joa. Oh, Tekker's gone. Joa de Andrade. What a goal.
Yeah, my name is John Shin. I'm a good friend of Steve. I don't know if he'll agree to that, but he asked me to come to watch his game today. I traveled here to watch the Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur match tomorrow, but I thought I had a little bit of time, so I thought I'd show love to Steve and Paddock FC, and honestly, this was absolutely sick. As an American coming out here, just the full experience, the rain, the crazy looking pitch, everything is incredible.
You like him, don't you?
Yeah, he's playing for us first next season, promise you. No, the Steve says so. I've already asked him if he's coming Edinburgh with us.
You want to win, and we don't settle for less, basically. So it's good competition to have, and just keeps me on my toes because I know my spot's not guaranteed. So I work hard for it every day.
Went to the trials, and then from the trials, told us to come down to training. And that's when I started off with the second team, and then on the first game of the season I got a message from Dave saying, Steve said if you're available for the game. So I said yeah, and then it went from there.
Check your shoulders a little bit more. Try and look for those little angles that little bit more. This is a general shape.
2-4-1-3. I remember you saying it should be like that.
I remember the box with all them
people in the middle.
It's a security square. These guys are bridging the gap towards the wingers so we can play the ball in. It's basically a 2-4-4. It's what it is in real terms. Yes, there's rotations. Now,
The wide counter looking bookie.
Right? Now, we have got pretty good control of the ball most of the time in most games, okay? But there's a reason that we use this shape. Now, let's say this fullback's gone down a bit of a blind alley in this area. What are we going to do?
Come back out.
We're going to go back the other way. And one of the reasons that we have two here is because if I just go back to a single pivot, I'm asking him to pull out some fucking Scholesy manoeuvre to be able to switch off the other side. But if we've got two in the middle here, that's quite an easy way to bridge this 15, 20 metres across the centre of the pitch, would you agree? Yeah. The point I'm making is we've gone from one side of the pitch to the other side of the pitch, and we've hit that little ball in between the fullback and the centre half, which is a fucking deadly ball, by the way. And teams at this level, if you've got a pattern that you're ready to work on, ready to execute immediately, they're not going to know what's foot with it. they're going to be good. They're a really fucking strong team. They've got some Premier League experience in there, but they've lost. They've lost twice already in the league. So they're not fucking unbeatable, are they? And you should absolutely back yourselves today. Because we've got a fucking solid team and a solid bench, and I fucking believe in you.
One more.
Skips past his player. That's a shot. Go on. Hey! 1-0 Stretford Paddock. That is a great goal. What can Vic do? Can he take his man on? 1v1, steps in, tries a shot, curls. Oh, keeper's had to save it though. Back post. And just like that, Stretford Paddock 2-0.
You lot really make the difference here. Take personal responsibility for talk, for intensity, for attitude, and for how fucking hard you want this in the warm-up. If the warm-up is good, business struggling to keep up with all the moving parts. You feel like you're always playing catch-up, that you're always on the back foot. Then it's time to change the game. Just like in football, success in business relies on having a solid game plan, teamwork, and the right tools to win. Whether that's re-evaluating your playbook, improving communication, or saving time, Priceworks is here to help you take back control. Introducing Priceworks, the star player in your digital project management for the construction industry. With Priceworks, managing the project becomes as smooth as a perfectly timed play. Their software tackles everything from estimates, materials, invoicing, quality control, and more. You'll stay ahead of the game and focus on what you do best, getting the job done. From plumbers to roofers, scaffolders to landscapers, Priceworks is designed for every single trade. Whatever your field, Priceworks is built to help you win. Priceworks isn't just part of your team, it's the winning edge. Proud sponsors of Stretford Paddock Football Club.
If you want to earn a £500 Amazon voucher by referring a business to Priceworks, then scan the QR code on screen to learn more, or visit priceworks.co.uk/Stretford-Paddock. Terms and conditions apply.
Ooh, here we go. It's Saturday afternoon, and you know what that means. Cheshire League 1 is back. Good afternoon to one and all. I'm Liam, and this is your match between Winstanley Warriors and Stretford Paddock over at Little Lane in Wigan. Anyone who was around last time will know Paddock won 3-2 at home at the start of the season to Winstanley, but a comfortable 3-0 was suddenly turned around by a bit of a Winstanley comeback when Paddock switched off, which, without being too mean, has been the story of that season really. Haven't quite been at the races in terms of that ruthlessness to get promoted, but still a decent first season altogether. You know, we're looking sort of finishing between 5th and 8th realistically, which again, not bad for a first time up. Your team lineup today though: Mason Taylor in net, Sam Walker, Junior Bembo, Michael Olatunji and Zach Bell is your backline. The two Joes make up the pivot in midfield with Dylan Wilson slightly ahead of them. Captain Joe Dindraj on the right wing, Keith Cole on the left. Obviously both wingers will rotate as well. And then the big man himself, Mr. Coward Adewale up front. Subs bench: Ronaldo Brown, Phoenix Lawton, Gordon O'Maro and Leland Irvine. Harley Watson unfortunately has picked up an injury, so has dropped out of the team. Unsure at the moment if we've got anyone else to fill that bench spot, so don't be surprised if someone else is on the bench, but equally if it's left empty, might be the case for today. So just for the yeah, I love the front three, I hate the back four. It's a bit spicy, I know. Yeah, it's tricky. It's an odd one. Again, I mean, you know, I rate Zach, but Zach himself, he's not left back. Sam Walker's fine at right back or centre back. Bembo's been doing quite well. Michael Olatunji's been a bit of a mixed form, so yeah, it's a tricky one in terms of the solidarity at the back. We'd like to keep a consistent backline in teams that do well, and yeah, we can't do that. So now, one little bit of info: the weather is so windy at Winstanley, the Veo camera might have taken a knock. So don't be surprised if something's happened to it. I'll keep you updated. The media channel has been keeping me abreast of things, but it might be that this is a short-lived stream and that we literally, oh god, yeah, might be a short-lived stream. So 1 second, I'm going to put us onto some highlights, and while I take a call. Scrappy on that right side. Paddock have it though, down. Nice ball into the middle to Indraj. Loads of space here. Finds McGuinness. Oh, McGuinness. Cheeky. Coleman. Lovely bit of football there. Oh, sweaty. Loose ball there as well. Paddock, come on. Coleman's just going. Oh, for fuck's sake. Coleman's done so much work there and made a slow, steady run through to deceive him. And Helder Perez just fluffed his pass completely. Haydock on his attack there. Inside the Paddock box. Skips past Walker. Has a shot off the post. Yeah, no, I thought the same. I thought there's no... For me, there's no way where you have an incident like that and it gives me a foul the other way. I don't get how it could be. So, yeah, it's strange. Yeah, so Sam Walker has gone to right back. Zach and Dembo, it appears, are more central. And then Dembo pushing into midfield. McGuinness into the box. Shot on goal. Oh, it's a good save by the keeper. Well, Stu predicted a 2-1 comeback. I'm not seeing it based on this. Loose ball to Haydock, edge of the box. Good tackle. Sam Walker. I told you, if Sam Walker keeps up the way he's going, he's going to get player of the match. Quick throw out from Flanagan to Ronaldo Brown. Trying to stick one on him. Ronnie now down the side. I said I wanted pace for him. Ronnie's done one, he's done two. Oh, is that, what's ref? Are you honestly watching the same game as we are? We also have Kiefer Cole on for Harley Watson and Dembo Federa on for Christian Jr. Bembo. So there's your three. So it's just Dylan Wilson left and Phoenix Lawton. Free kick comes into the box. Kiefer's touched it. Oh, he's taken it away from the goal. He's down with embarrassment. Good spot. Thank you. Sorry. Fox, legend. Yeah, unfortunately, I muted myself to take the call from the media team. I'll re-say what I said. The Paddock Veo has been damaged, unfortunately, by the windy weather. Luckily, Winstanley have a metal pole for theirs to combat the wind because they know their pitch gets windy. They have a metal pole, their Veo is working. So we'll be using the Winstanley Veo rather than Paddock's. So still a broadcast, still the same visual quality, just, yeah. Our kit is down, theirs is not. So, switch ourselves over onto the main screen. Here we go. And now to see what's causing that little black dot to on my screen. There we go. Lovely stuff. I hate seeing lines be a bit weird. So, just waiting for the players to come out there then. After all that. Just a reminder, here's your team sheet then, again. So you can have a look while we wait. Harley Watson is out injured, so we might have a replacement sub, but we're not sure. But yeah, big thanks to Winstanley. Obviously, it's nice of them to tell us, we can use their link and stuff. Good to have a bit of that solidarity in football at times. And hopefully, if we're quick enough, we can get our Veo repaired. Because obviously, next game, Mersey Valley at home. It'd be a real shame not to broadcast that one. Cuba, afternoon, mates. Fox, morning. Jakaya Trot, morning. I don't know if you can hear it coming across on the Veo, but it is blowing a gale there. The trees aren't showing it too bad, but the camera is picking up absolute battering, so it just shows why the Paddock Veo stand would have tipped over. I mean, it's an example from the women's football I do with West Brom. When we use a Veo, we sometimes like take sandbags or weighted packs to keep it down because, say, the stands aren't built to be that self-supporting, really. To be fair, Chris, like I say, I was told we've got insurance on it, so it should be covered under that in terms of, you know, accidental breakage. Well, here comes the first of the players. Mr. Joe Coleman himself. So while we're doing this, while we're waiting for it to be kickoff time, we are going to be slightly late for kickoff compared to the 2 o'clock planned. While we get the players out, do let us know in the chat what your score predictions are. Yeah, exactly. Microclimate, the Jupiter's red spot. It is, yeah, it just feels like it's just like a wind capture zone. So, yep, you're not wrong, Stu. Again, I do. It's their property, theirs to fix up, but yeah, they'll learn. In the meantime, Mr. Stephen House and the manager having a word with KO'd, probably congratulating him on being on time. But yeah, score predictions in chat, please. Get your scores in. I'm going for a 2-1 to Paddock. It's going to be a scruffy game in my mind, but let me know what you think. Chris going 4-2 defeat. Wow. Okay. Certainly a bold one. Sav going 3-2, Notch going 2-2, Ellis Kenny going 4-1 Winnie. Well, Stu for 1-0 Paddock, Ross Murphy 4-2 Paddock, Harris 4-0 Winstanley. I like how it's our own fans that are giving Winstanley a better chance than the Winstanley fans. Frosty New York City though, Sav. Yeah, it's gone cold here, to be fair, in the UK. We've had a mixture of rain and hail over the last couple of days, so... Mike, afternoon. Yeah, Winstanley's got a decent setup. It's not a bad little place. We will cover the stuff at half-time, like form and stuff as well, just to give people a bit of a recap. We did start a little bit late today, just getting the setup sorted. 21 Tuesday -5 now. Yeah, to be fair, I mean, for us, we hit 18, 19. And then we've dropped back to 7 or 8, yeah. So, wild temperatures. Here we go for kickoff, though. So, we're underway. After we sorted out the the linesman's flag issue. Winstanley straight away pushing on Paddock's left side. Left side. Cutting into the box now. Ball in. Deflected. And as you can see, Kiefer is on the right wing. We did say on the team sheet Kiefer left, Joe right. But they will both swap around, so don't be surprised to see Kiefer here till about 30-minute mark and then swap over. We've had a goal kick though for Mason Taylor. Ball has not done very well there. Olatunji though lobs it forward. Adewale heads it vertical. Second ball will be theirs. Paddock pressing on the left side. Ball out of play. Paddock throw. For context though, the Winstanley are 11th in the league. 30 points so far. Paddock sitting in 6th on 44, so decent gap. But both Style and Winstanley have a lot of games to play on. Congleton, who are sat in 9th. Decent try though for Paddock though to break the lines. Nice work from KO and Kiefer. Offering themselves the threat to break the lines. Stretching them out. Ball from McGuinness that. Junior coming into midfield, just roaming through. Sam Walker at risk of losing his man over his shoulder here. Pitch is bobbly as anything, you can hear it. Well tackle Walker. Will be Paddock through on this near side. Throw comes forward. Kiefer's dodged it now. Can Kiefer chase? Got the number 4 on the ropes a bit. Pressing the keeper. Getting in there quick. Ooh, nearly. Forced him to go high rather than long. Joe rolls it down his chest and his chin. Out comes the sun. That's blaring. That's surely offside. The striker's through for Winstanley. And shoots well wide. For a bit of context though, obviously I know we were talking about Winstanley's form. They lost their last game last weekend, Sandmatch away. Before that though, they drew 1-1 with Edgerton. Before that, 6-2 win away at Billinge. So they're on a decent bit of form. Beat Edgerton again before that. Lost to Daten. Beat Edgerton in the Cups. They just seem to be battering Edgerton, to be honest. But, so, end of January they lost 6-4 to Winstanley, to Mersey Valley. Christ, I can't talk. Numbers and names everywhere. So there's been, say, proper wild mix in their team. But they did do some recruitment over Christmas. It makes sense they've had a bit of a turnaround in form. I don't think they'll stay in the position they are in the league too long. No, since while Joe McGuinness has got something in his nose, so clearly he's taken a nosebleed. Shove in the back. Will be a free kick to Paddock. Yeah, Sandbach's your last game of the season, so that's going to be fun. And before that, St Helens, both of them away. Ball floated out wide. Kiefer, good touch. Bluffs it a little bit, but rides out the challenge. Now, can he spin his man? Getting physical with Kiefer in the side. He's gone round it now. Kiefer into the box. Squares it. Oh, parried out for a... Is it a goal kick? Has he... Kiefer's protested saying it's obviously come off the keeper and gone out for a corner, and the ref said goal kick. So, don't know. A little bit of positional indiscipline there from Kiefer. You call him saying, you know, hear them calling to stay high. He dropped off a bit, but was marking the wrong man. They were clearly looking for the outside pass. Yep, that's exactly what Steve just said. Either stay high and press the centre half, or stick with the wide man. Harris. You're probably not wrong though. It's funny because when Joe McGuinness has gone higher, he's actually done alright. That was way too easy from Joe McGuinness though, after you know, floating a leg out. That's what I'd do. Pub level. KO'd. Gets his pass out wide to Joa. Very lucky to get out. Ball comes into KO'd. Well defended. Joa's still pressing now. Does win the ball back. Someone needs to intercept. Coleman. Oh, Megs from Coleman. Cole. Dummies it through him. Can't keep hold of it though. Walker with a big tackle. Gets skinned. Going to be a danger today, number 11. Sam Walker on his heels. Going to be careful. At least he's got the pace to recover. The pitch doesn't really help the fast players either. It's not smooth enough to just sprint ahead. Now Paddock back in numbers. Not sure who's gone down. Obviously, then the VO won't follow it because of being AI to track the ball. But yeah, I think they're 10 and 11 both looking good, Stu. I think you can see why Winstanley have gone from being, you know, a bit of a subpar start to the season to, you know, absolutely pantsing Edgerton repeatedly and having a bit of a ding-dong with all sorts of people post-Christmas, so... Good pressing from Kiefer there. Here we go, and the keeper now. Oh, nearly slides him. Great work from Kiefer. Ball out far side, fifth throw to Winstanley. Ball sent out wide to the 11. He's got another man coming on with him. Who's tracking him? Good block by Walker, but not enough. The 11's still getting across. Now, Joa. KO's making a run. So is Kiefer on this right-hand side, though. Find the pass. Any time today. Jeez. There you go. Ball through now. Kiefer chasing. Bit far, though. Can't make it. I know Joe was protesting the foul, but equally, pass first time. Could have released Kiefer so much sooner, and then Kiefer can find the pass back into him or KO'd. But keep going, keep going, keep going. He's taking himself out of the play. Need better from the captain there. Battling around the edge of the box here, Paddock. Dylan trying to chip it through. Carried it wide to Joa. What can Dindraj do here? Looking to whip it. Floats it in. Headed clear by Winstanley. Not quite though. Kiefer's got it in the box. No, Kiefer. Through the legs. Back out to Kiefer. It's a clever play from Paddock. Keeps it in play but knocks it off him. Is it going to be a corner or a goal kick? That's going to be a goal kick. Blimey, the wind picking up a bit again here. Decent tackles from the front line. No, Dylan Wilson. As a dink. Ooh, wasn't too far off. Swung a bit of the right of the post. Chef afternoon, you massive shitbag. Coming up to the 10-minute mark. I think you'd have to say Paddock have been slightly the better team, but fairly even. I don't think we've really worried Winstanley, and they've really worried us. So. And yeah, exactly, Chris. Worth a shot in these conditions. We are due to see someone hit one from distance, but with a bit less Mike Taylor this season, and Zach being more defender than midfielder, be good for someone else to do it. Wilson through the lines, calls for offside. Gonna be a corner ball. Keeper shouting that they're 3 yards offside. Steve's instruction for the corner. Put it in the back of the 6-yard box. Question is, can Kiefer deliver the corner that we want? Decent start from him so far. I think we're seeing what a few of us like in him more than Ronaldo. You know, Ronnie and him have both got similar levels of technique to be able to skin past people, but I just think Kiefer's got just a little bit more of that electric pace to get round them and actually then do something with it. Corner ball then, Paddock. Gone short, not long. That was poor from Kiefer. Coleman has a chip. Ooh. Keeper had trouble seeing that one. Could have got him far post. Nice try. Also, a bit difficult for Kiefer depending which way the wind's blowing. We can hear it. I can't see it though, so you can see the ball hanging up in the air like an absolute bitch there. Free kick Paddock's way. Getting sandwiched. And again, you can see Sam Walker going up to the big man in the box. Olatunji and Bembo being kept back. 9 and the 11 opposite numbers as well. Yeah, and I think that's the approach we all have, Mike. You know, we don't dislike Ronnie or anything like that. I just think, you know, Kiefer's an upgrade. Free kick comes in. Straight at the keeper. Need to float that in a bit more, really. I know the wind's difficult, so I get it. Maybe try to put some power rather than some float, but you know, maybe just power it towards the back of the box a bit then. You can see it's going straight back in the air. The shove in the back there on Kiefer, nothing given. Okay. Ball through the lines. Bembo intercepts. Now, find the pass to Kiefer. Player on. Kiefer skips through one. Good composed play there. Wilson. Chips it out wide. Can't find the captain. Now he's on now. Line was definitely on. You can see the weather turning as well. Getting a bit dark here, edge of the box. Winstanley. Ball across. Well controlled. Paddock players in numbers though. Deflected by Bell. Partly cleared by Wilson. Still floating around on the edge. Chipped over in. The touch. Offside given now. Chef. So free kick to Paddock then for the offside. Big free kick forward. That's a huge pull. Maybe too huge. Jacko, it's the referee. We do have linesmen, but they're not officials. They are players or staff from clubs. So they will help in terms of some of these bits. Normally pointing directions of throw-ins, though, really, if anything. Big tackle from Sam Walker. Will be a throw to Winstanley, right back near their corner flag. But yeah, ref handles like 99% of decisions here, unfortunately. Cheshire League Prem, I believe, has to have proper liners and upwards, but Cheshire 1 and 2 don't. It's linos if they're available, otherwise. Goal. Back to Walker. Bit of tricky footwork there from Sam Walker. Chips over the top. Wilson chasing. Can't quite get there. Millie, yeah, the wind's benefiting us at the moment in terms of carrying it down the field, but it is tricky. Coleman getting in the way. Not doing a lot else, though. Now, McGuinness. Hospital pass to Coleman. Now they can break. Number 10 for them. Chips the ball long. Taylor chips it back out to the left. Good take. He takes no longer to make the pass. Fucking hell. Bembo back into McGuinness now. Ball forward into KO'd. Got Kiefer wide. Tricky footwork through the lines. Ball's fallen short to Wilson. Oh, he lost out on the physicality. Will happen though. McGuinness again. Finds Coleman. There's a shove in the back, ref. Winsford won up against Mersey Valley. Lovely. Is this week non-league day or next week? You know, I don't know. It would make sense being next week because it's Easter, but... Oh, it is today. Okay, there you go. I suppose there are a few games not on for Easter, so yeah, perhaps. And yeah, I agree with that, Mike. Again, Winstanley have recruited well over the Christmas break. You know, they've got some dangerous forwards in their team. You can see why they've caused some troubles to teams since that. You know, Edgerton were looking very fancy football. Ooh! Header just walked behind the goal. Nice float, though. If we keep up the way we're going, I think we will get the first goal. Just, you know, we're just a little bit shy of that look or quality to nick through and have a chance. Floating, yeah, McGuinness can't beat the number 6 to it. Can he get second ball? No, he can't. And just like that, Winstanley have cleared their lines. That's a mile offside, ref. Flying Dennis right wing though for them. Ball into the middle. Good defending on Tunji. Back out to Bell. Then Draj. Face up his man. Running for it. He's going straight down the lines here. He's got... Oh, he's hit himself off the sideline. Might be a pausing play for an injury here. Taking the pole out straight away there. I'm hoping this isn't nasty for Paddock. So what they're saying down there below as well is the centre part of the poles, the actual stands, are aluminium, and the top bits are a plastic rail that goes on top of it that clips on. So the plastics come off, but it's the metal pole that's been hit, so double checking the player's okay. Hard to tell at this distance who it was. But yeah, you saw them slump straight away, so I'm hoping it was just a impact rather than anything serious. It looks to be the case, but we'll keep an eye on it. Oh, come on, Knutsford. Knutsford Nilson Allen's 1 at the moment. From our man in the know, Mr. Chris Shipley. Been suddenly asking if the player has to come off. Mind your business. Down the left back here. Walker. Gone past him. Now they're going round. Olatunji on it. Needs to find the pass. Walker. Good left-footed loop forward. KO'd. Shoving the back in front of the ref. Thank you. Lovely ball though into KO'd first time from Sam Walker. Especially on his weaker foot. Waited perfectly for him to chest down. Easy claim for the keeper. Good pressure from Kiefer. Coleman steaming in as well. Ball has gone loose to KO'd. Not sure where he's trying to go there. Had McGuinness short. Tried to go for Dylan instead. Maybe he doesn't rate McGuinness. I don't know. I don't think he was offside there. Keeper's come all the way out. Oh, he's going to be 1-0. Fucking hell. Sam Walker, you legend. They're saying offside. I don't think he was offside. I think Steve's going to get a booking here at this rate as well. Now, the ref's wrong there. He wasn't in his own half when it was played. However, I do believe that the Paddock left side was pushed higher up than the right side. I think both Bembo and Sam Walker were playing them on. And that's that. Corner ball though, Winstanley. Goes short. Will be a goal kick. Oh, here comes the rain or the hail or both. It sounds like hail. This could be quite fun. Which begs the question though, if it was wind and grass, that might be not enough, but maybe the hail's enough to call the game off. Ball whipping forward. Look at the wind carrying that. But Kiefer was a billion miles offside there. Kept it in play. And then he's fucked it. So, goal kick to Winstanley after that. Again, need a bit better from Kiefer there. Launched forward again by Olatunji. Ball short. Dindraj. Got to do something here, Joa. He's pushing round into the edge of the box. Squares it. Keeper parries it. Will be a corner far side. I've always wanted to play football in an F3 tornado. Let me know if the VO's too loud, by the way. I can turn the VO down if the wind's been a bit blurry. Ball cleared out of the lines. Looping back in the edge of the box, though. Chipped back in the air from Paddock. Keeper's going to claim it. Punched it clear. Ball loose still. And it's in! Not a clue who scored it. But fucking hell. Paddock take the lead. Middle of a tornado. 1-0. Someone. I will try and find out who scored because we haven't got. Yeah, Chikaya, it's certainly a wobbly camera. It's like we're at sea. Yay, Stormer. Goal is awarded to Joa as well, so there we go. It's blowing a gale right now. So they're letting Kiefer have this free kick. Get on his left, try and whip it at the goal. Would be good to hit him for a double. I mean, goals are goals, aren't they? Oh, it'd be good to score goals. Yeah, it would be. It's football. But a quick fire double here would really knock them on their arse a bit. Kiefer with the free kick then. Got some whip on it. Oh, look at the wind bend that. Just absolutely ripped that one. Oh, Winstanley. Fucking. See yourself out, mate. See yourself out. Yeah, you're right, Notch. The wind's in our sails and all that. But again, second half, it's going to be a problem for us. Unless the sun comes out, because it's England and that's what it does. Confirmation though, so Joe Dindrash, captain, got the first goal. Walker. Bollocking ball. Will be Paddock's throw. Yep, we are in Little Lane, Wigan. So we've got 6 games left in this season. Away today, 3 at home. Then St Helens and Sandbach away to finish off. We have a good finish. We won't win the title, obviously. You know, it's not happening. Daten, I think, need like 1 or 2 points to deny us any chance of promotion. So Daten looks set to win the league. But Edgerton's forms fell off a cliff. They played a lot more games. Well, they're done. So I think they might have played all 30. So I think they're done. The chance for someone like Winsford or St Helens to cause trouble and go up instead, maybe. But again, you know, that's where Paddock needs to step up. We could deny St Helens. Ultimate game of the season. Yeah, we finished strong. Get ourselves up into somewhere like 4th, 5th. You know, solidify us there. It's not a bad first season. So ref was just saying to the coaching staff there, with the ball being lost behind the field and stuff, blah, 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 and the delay in play, we're looking to add on probably +5 for this half. Walker, good head forward. All over Dylan Wilson. Bell. Bonks it forwards. KO chasing. Good coverage from number 4 though. It will be a corner far side to Paddock. CJ, wouldn't surprise me. We are overdue. Steve sending off. And yeah, Mike, if we finish just out of the playoffs, you know, not a bad result at all. I think the issue is we've seen, you know, our early season form had us in 2nd, and we've seen that, you know, when we put in a proper shift, we can beat a lot of the teams in this league and go up. I think that's been the frustration. But equally, as some of the lads have said, you know, there is that issue of I'll be getting our hopes a bit much for his first season in the league. Corner ball comes in, nicely floated deep. Bit too deep though. Yeah. Yeah, stay unhappy. Yeah, stay unhappy with the corners. Keeper's one went way too short, that one went way too long. So if we can find a happy middle ground and actually get it into our attackers, that'd be great. Link the league table. Yeah, I can link the league table at half-time, Mauritania. Can't do it now because obviously it would affect the broadcast of the visuals. Anytime you load any screen up, it'll turn the screen black. So but yeah, in terms of the league table though, Paddock currently in the 6th place. Winstanley in 11th. Both played the same amount of games. Paddock got a 14-point advantage on them. Throw comes in. Weather's picking up again as well. Rain and hail coming back. Wilson pressing a 10. Loose ball. Coleman. Bell chips it forward. KO'd into the box. KO'd. Oh, he's kicked the keeper. Free kick. League table is available on the Stretford Paddock FC website as well. I don't know if anyone can drop that link in the chat, but yeah, we've got a live link table into there, and we've got last season's table, so you can see that. But yeah, all fixtures and results and league table are on the website, and we're hoping to expand it so that the visual is there for all the other teams as well. So women's team, the reserves, the under-21s, that sort of thing, you know, actually have them in table format. So hopefully we get that done ready for next season. It's be nice to give them a bit of a showing as well. Can't just have it as like, yeah, go and look at the FA website. It's a bit mean. Lutsford and St Helens too. Again, St Helens are finding form at the right time, making a good push here for the title spots. Unhappy number 3 there for Winstanley. But to be honest, if it's me, I'm making a sub in the second half. I'm bringing, again, I've already fucking hell, hit the post twice there, mate. I was saying about the idea of bringing Leland and Phoenix on. I don't think Joe Coleman's been too bad. I don't think Joe McGuinness has done anything so far. I'd quite happily bring on a striker like Leland just to terrorise the backline, stretch it. Bring on Leland. Drop KO'd into the midfield with Dylan and Joe Coleman. Do it that way. Over top of Kiefer, number 11 skip past 2 of them. 3 of them to shut him out now. Kiefer battling, 6 in there as well. Good block Kiefer. Dylan can't get in the way. Coleman can though. Touch into Wilson, misses it. KO'd. Still bobbling around. Kiefer getting his back in the way. Then he slipped himself under the fence there. After all that, will be a Winstanley throw. And yeah, St Helens Daten's going to be massive. If Daten can avoid losing, title's theirs. That's all it is. Just don't lose, title's yours. Kiefer. Trying to go some. There we go. And again, Dylan. Into the path of Kiefer. Big tackle from the 11. Barged him over. They will say it's physical. But it will be a corner to Paddock, so well worth it. You're not wrong, Stu. I think second half will be harder as well, especially if the wind dies off and gives Winstanley a way back into this. That's why Paddock, I think, needs to get that second goal sooner rather than later. And the problem here with the bench is obviously Harley's injured, so he dropped out last second. Lawrence already carrying a knock, still at least a week or so away. Kiefer of the corner then. More into the middle. Parried by the keeper. KO'd. Couldn't get himself around to shoot. Back in. Poor. Oh, it's just bobbling around. Coleman. Out wide now. Chipped in by Kiefer. It's good height. Good punch by the keeper though. Bell. Short ball. Needs to put it in the box. Shoots instead of crossing. Winstanley just beating the press there straight away. Bit of wet on the camera too, that's annoying. Hopefully that buggers off. Free kick given, I'm not sure what for. Was it offside or a foul? Go on the ball then near side to Winstanley. About 15 left in the half if the ref's anything to go by. Yeah, what a lovely spring day, eh? Corner comes in. Oh, scramble clear. Too easy for Winstanley. Goes through. Olatunji missed that diving header. KO swings it out forward though. Joa can't keep it down with his head. And Winstanley just boots it back forward again. One player offside. What's he doing? Michael. So Olatunji's going to get called over here. Chased in the entire length of the pitch and shoved him. Now he's offside. Walker with a header though. That's not offside though. Got to be careful here. The 11's got the pace than Walker. Not by much, but enough. Comes back post. Bell deals with it. Coleman flicks it back into danger a little bit. And again, too much flicking it in the air from Paddock, really. Needs to get the foot over it, not under it. Loads of time here for Winstanley. Back to the keeper they go. Dylan up with the press as well. Now Paddock needs to squeeze. Good touch from the 3. Keeper in on him. Good tackle from Sam. Nicely done there at the back by McGuinness and Walker as well. No, Dylan was hiding the wrong side of the play there. A bit of Scott McTominay mode. Black Bell scrapping away. Giving us a Paddock throw. Oh no, Goober. United have been losing 3-0 to City. I mean, I know City are in a good spot, but can't be getting absolutely pantsed. For fuck's sake. Liverpool beat Everton 3-2. Yeah, Miedema, Kasper Rice. I think he was on there. Played on by Olatunji. Loose ball. Kiefer chasing a bit, but again, not getting too giddy because the keeper can just pick it. Interesting to see that Dylan's pressing higher than KO, though. Again, this is where I think KO might benefit from dropping in midfield later on. Yeah, the United women's team are good. There's just a little bit. They've got a few injuries at the moment. Tooney's out. Nearly back. We lost Anna Sandberg, our left back as well, so yeah, bit of imbalance to the side, but it happens. Trying to find Kiefer there with the long ball from Joe Coleman. The cruncher though. Fair tackle. That one maybe not so much, but never mind. Ball straight for the line. Bembo defends it well. Olatunji, good control. Into the path of Bell. Ball forward by Bell, but McGuinness in the way now. Wilson needs to back in. So Joe McGuinness growing into this game. Getting a bit of shit earlier, but doing alright. Wilson. Well recovered by McGuinness for him. Now what's gone on here? They were the one that lunged in first. MV got one back against Winsford. Knutsford got one back against St Helens. But yeah, again, it comes down to, you know, we it's a confidence thing with our passing. We know players can pass. And yet, when they get any bit of pressure on them, they start to just punt it into the air. And I think it comes back to the point of what we just said about our back line not being very good. I don't think the players higher up the field have the confidence in their defence. I think if we had a week in, week out defence that we're going, you know what, these are the 4 lads who we rely on. You know, they are our best defence, or pretty much our best defence. I think if we had that, then we're laughing, and I think the confidence would show into our midfield. So, you know, food for thought for the summer, for recruitment and whatnot. Again, we don't know if any players are going to leave us. We don't know if any players are going to join us. We'll see. All part of the fun of pre-season. And again, under no pressure there, Winstanley really, they could have put that forward. Out for a throw near side. Very difficult to have a player of the season. That's offside, thank you. I don't think you're wrong, Shep, to be honest. I think in terms of, you know, I know it's a shorter time span of proving his form, but I think, you know, at the time Florin was in, we were going, well, Florin, I said Dylan, you know. A few people were saying Zach, but I think since Florin's departure, I think we've seen a few of those people just lose a step. Which says a lot that, you know, our goalkeeper's the one that has been, you know, almost forced out of the club. Ooh, snide tackle, that one from us. I'll say we'll be there for their free kick. It was a clumsy tackle from Dylan. Dio Kemp. Boom. Based on recovery. Can't argue commitment from Dion. And I think we'd all prefer you at left back than Zach. Get Zach back in midfield where he belongs. Double check the VO is still set to live. Yeah, we're good. Occasionally delays mean it skips a minute. A little bit of time. Free kick taken then. Zach heads it off him. Back to Zach it goes. Launched into the stratosphere there. Now Winsford back in the lead against MV. Throw taken on the far side. Paddock win it back there now. Joa. Back out to Joe again. Got people pointing and calling for it. Spreads it wide to Junior. Skips inside now through the lines. Coleman tries to play a clever heel flick. Doesn't work. Falls back to Bembo though. Player on your back. Olatunji. Sensible through lines. McGuinness now. Don't know why Joe Coleman stood so close, but it's what it is. Into KO'd off his chest. Wilson. Into Coleman. Down the corner. Nice. Into the Papa Dindraj. Coaching staff calling for it first time. First time's not going to do anything. He hasn't got that space to make the cross. Cross comes in. Oh! That was bloody close. Kiefer's still got it. Lose out. Throw in for Paddock though. Coleman drifting off a bit, ready for the throw. Into KO'd. Flicked over. Keeper's going to claim that. Yeah. Dole, I miss playing. Yeah, so do the Paddock players, to be fair. Hey. McGuinness. Through the line to KO. Flicks around the corner. Doesn't find anyone, though. KO sometimes does a little bit like trickery, trying to be clever, but doesn't always have the awareness of who's actually around him. Walker. Front of the 11. Poor positioning there from the 8. Gives the ball away. And now back out wide. Or trying to find Kiefer. Can't. Gonna pop the stoppage time off as well. Realise we're over the 45. Ref did say +5 last we knew, so we'll put +5 on. Will be on this ball. Ball forward. Ball that it found their player when there was 3 of ours on it. Olatunji launched it forward though. Stretford Paddock brought to you by SpaceX. Kiefer chasing. Will be Winstanley's throw. McGuinness tries it, misses out. Number 10 skip past him and Coleman now. Good block there from Bembo. 10's down. I'm not sure what's happened there. He didn't stick the boot in. Well, not sure what's happened there, but well, there you go then. Half-time call due to the injury to their number 10. Hopefully he's not too bad, but they did call on trainer and asked if there's anyone's a medic, so that looks like it might be a nasty one. But again, didn't seem like Bembo did anything rash there, so I don't know. I don't know unless the player, the number 10, as he's thrown himself in, has caught himself on Bembo's boots. But yeah, unclear. In the meantime, though, we will go to half-time early. Obviously, we've played 2.5 of the 5. The ref did call because of the late start as well. That'll be a 10-minute half-time. So, with that in mind, I'm going to take a quick pause. We'll go onto our BRB screen like always. Grab myself a fresh drink because I am out of fluids from talking shit to you lot. And then at half-time, we'll come back and hopefully have someone in our Paddock Discord channel have a quick chat about the first half. So stick with us. We're back in a minute.
So it just needed to be a little bit sharper in the second half with that.
He's off, Fred! Alex, shoulder!
You'll get across the back. That's time you're in the back door. Wait! Yeah. As soon as it touches his feet, go! No, sir. How'd you manage to put a bad cross in? Right, let's do it again. Let's have a bit snappier this time. Switch it! Switch it! Switch it! Quicker!
Come on.
There you go. Finish! Tell you got to get wider. Too close to him. Send him! Send him. It's got to be flat. You've got to be closer. Teddy, stay there. Switch it. Switch it. Here we go. Send him. Send him. Yes, no, it's over. Finish. Touch and finish. That's a great fucking clearance. Oh, finish.
Should we try it? Don't fucking video it.
Got to. Oh, you look cool, you like Batman.
Oh, don't say that.
Have a look, Ronnie's there as well.
You're standing still looking at each other, hoping someone's going to pull a result out of their arse. It doesn't happen. You have to go out there and earn it.
How did you first hear about Stretford Paddock? You know, Dublin isn't exactly next to Manchester.
No, it's not. Well, I was a United fan all my life, and yeah, I kind of started watching the Stretford Paddock YouTube channel and was a big fan of Steve, and kind of heard about what he was doing with Stretford Paddock through there when it was all starting, and I liked the idea of it. And then particularly when kind of all the Super League stuff started with United and all that, I was like, you know what, this is a good time to get involved.
We are back. Thank you for waiting then. So yeah, Paddock 1-0 up at half time. Just to confirm though, the number 10 for Winstanley is still down on the pitch. I see Kez from our team is nearby, obviously with the Winstanley staff, just keeping an eye out. I don't know if one of our club staff is with them as well for the medic situation. But yeah, could be self-inflicted leave-way. Hopefully it's not too bad for him. In the meantime though, we just pop ourselves up. I believe Mr. Stu Harrowing is with us on Discord as per usual. Just double check that one again. Sorry mate, 1 second. We're just making sure it's going to bring it in your audio properly. Because again, we've had some trouble with audio lately. Didn't update. Try again for me, Stu. Oh god, it's still not picking up your audio. That's very strange. Pain in the arse, this. I'll fix you 1 second, don't worry, mate. Well, in the meantime, though, obviously Paddock took the lead through our captain, Jordan Drash. So that's always quite good, as you saw in the chat. Nice to see Joey getting himself back on the score sheet. We have had that issue, obviously the penalty last week was a bit poor, but otherwise I think Joe is stepping up lately. Right, let's try one more time, Stu. Hopefully we fixed it now. Oh. He really doesn't want to know. Christ on a bike. Ah, dear. We'll give it 1 more second. It is set up properly on some of the other stuff. I'm just checking the actual app itself now. Again, technical problems, always the way. Oh, that's why. Sorry. I think we fixed it. Try again now, Stu. We should be good to hear you.
Good afternoon.
There you go. Yeah. All the computer settings are fine. Discord itself changed its settings, which is very stupid. So, go on then. While we wait for the players to come out, Stu, how did you find that first half?
Oh, isn't it interesting watch, wasn't it? It went probably the way we thought it would go if we had the wind with us. So it's expected to have a bit more of the ball, probably a few more goal scoring opportunities. But I think, like I said in the chat, I think that we can't really rest on our laurels because I think we're seeing glimpses of their quality going forward, even though they've had some pretty horrendous wind to run into. And I think with the wind behind them, they might actually pose us quite a few challenges. So the likes of Junior and that might be pretty busy this second half. But we got our goal. We're in a good position.
Yeah, no, it was. I thought it was a decent half from us. I think there are problems still. I think we've been punished in terms of just some of our last second passing. Really, we don't. Sometimes we're really good under pressure, and sometimes we're really useless. And there's been a few times where we've sold out players, and I feel a bit sorry for Zach. Obviously, we know Zach's going to struggle against their right winger. There's been a few times we've just given Zach a last second ball. It's like, deal with it. It's like, you're putting me against one of the better players. Same, we're not doing it to Sam Walker, fortunately. But like, just if we'd done that against the 11, I think that'd be really dangerous. So just need to make sure we shape up a bit in the second half. Just make sure we're a bit quicker in our passing. Finding those open spaces. I don't think we've seen enough out of the two Joes. I don't know how you feel about that midfield pivot.
Yeah, I think they're too close together at times, and they're not using all the space that we've got through the middle. It'd be helpful, like you say, if we could string a few passes together concurrently to be able to, transition through the phases. But I think the key this next half is clearly keeping the ball on the floor and trying to make use of the wing play that we've got. Kiefer's having a good game, isn't he? Joe seems to be dangerous when he's got the ball at his feet. So I think if Joe and Joe can help us transition a bit better, we might actually find ourselves getting another goal in the second half.
Yeah. Now, the player's still down on the field at the moment. Number 10 for Winstanley. Just keeping an eye on that for the resuming of the second half, because obviously they're dealing with stuff. Might even get the stretch out to move him. So that's a little bit ominous, that one, unfortunately.
That is sad.
Yeah, because again, it didn't look like there was anything in the tackle from Junior. He kept his foot. It looked fairly planted, or at least pointed downwards. So not sure. I've got one of the Winstanley players coming out as well to help out, so maybe they are going to shift him. And it looks like it's one of the tarpaulin stretch types. So it looks like they're going to shift him carefully and get some proper medical aid, which is a shame. I think the number 10 was doing really well for them.
Exactly what I was about to say. You don't like to see it, but the number 10 was doing really well for them and getting the ball forward quite nicely, spreading the play quite well, despite the conditions. And actually, as sad it is for him, for Paddock, it's probably good for us in the second half. Dare I say it? If he's taken a little, if he does come off the pitch, we don't want to see people injured or anything, but from a footballing perspective, I think he would have caused us quite a few issues going in the other direction. So something that we might benefit from a little bit, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think so. I think definitely that. So obviously second half it will be with us shortly. Bench wise, we have got Ronnie, Phoenix, Gordon, and Leland. A very offensive bench. I still don't know if we replace Harley Watson or not, or if it's just 4 forwards. How are you playing this half out? Obviously, give it a bit longer for the players to do their thing. But are you looking at maybe, bringing people on, dropping some people out, or even dropping them deeper into the pitch? How would you go about it?
I think I wouldn't be surprised to see Steve do something like dropping KO deeper at some point and bringing on a natural striker like Leland or Phoenix. I think Leland probably ahead of Phoenix, to be honest. Seems to when he's got this chance, he takes it, doesn't he? We've seen it a few times this season, and he could just cap off the performance really and give us a little bit of space on the scoreboard. So I wouldn't be surprised to see something like that happening.
Yeah, I think for me, obviously Leland, I'd like to let KO's drop deeper. I wouldn't be against dropping maybe Joe McGuinness into centre back really with one of those two, again depending on how Bembo's fitness is, having played a bit of the 18s earlier, or how Michael Olatunji plays, because again he's had a couple of decent bits, but otherwise again hasn't really been impressing me today. Maybe putting McGuinness as a bit of a playmaking centre back in there, and I know you lose a bit of that physicality, but we haven't really needed the physicality today and the pace. Like, the difference between the two of them is not too much. So I don't think it's really a game where they're going to terrorise our back for speed. I think it's just a case of, we need to control our game better. So could be one where we drop Joe deeper and take Michael out, drop KO deeper and put someone up top. I think we'll see Gordon for Kiefer as well. But, I don't know if, or maybe Ronnie though. But again, I think that'd be a shame to not use Gordon. We've seen how Kiefer's pace is lighting him up and Gordon's more of the same. Just confirm as well, the 10 has been stretched off the field now, just approaching the corner flag. So it's a shame, and you assume there'll be a substitution coming imminently as the play resumes. Nothing still yet though. So the referee had stopped us after 2.5 of extra and did say something about 10 minutes. Realistically, we've had near enough a 15-minute break, so I can imagine we'll be out shortly. But again, might have held off just to clear the field first. So who knows? Final thing then to ask though, Stu, score prediction. How do you think the second half's going to go overall full-time score, mate?
I said 1-0 at the beginning of the game, and it's not looking like it's going to be a high-scoring game, does it? So I'm going to stick with 1-0. I think we'll be busy defensively, and if we can prevent them from obviously getting a goal, I can see us maybe getting another one, maybe if on the break with someone like Leland or Joa. Joa seems to be in the mood today, but it's going to be a low-scoring game. I'll stick with 1-0. How about yourself?
Yeah, I went 2-1 beforehand. I think Paddock will get the second goal as well. I think first, at least, I think we'll concede late based on how this game's going. Losing their 10, that's changed my mind. I thought they might get the equaliser and then we'll nick a winner late on through a Leland or a Phoenix. But I think the way around now, I think we'll make a mistake late on having gone 2-0 up and relaxed a bit. So I'm sticking with that. But again, I'm really hoping Gordon gets to play. We all know that Ronaldo's often the first team and likely sub. Maybe that means he comes on as well as Gordon and Joe gets some time off because that man plays a lot of minutes. You just don't know. But yeah, hopefully see as many of the subs as possible. And again, maybe even drop 4-4-2, Get both Phoenix and Leland up top. And then I think you could afford to have Ronnie and Gordon as your wide midfielders and have, KO and Dylan in your centre. So we'll see. But for now, we're just waiting for the players to come back out and fingers crossed we get ourselves sorted. So we have had a message from the media team, so let's just see what that is. Yeah, players are coming out now, so perfect timing. We will get ourselves done. Stu, thank you as always. And just to leave you on a very funny note from Mr. Stephen Harris, playing the only fit number 9 as a number 9, that idea will never catch on.
Well, it's my pleasure speaking to you at half-time again, mate. Enjoy the second half.
Will do. Thanks for chatting. And again, anyone else who is a Paddock member, we do have a Paddock Discord channel for those of you who are paid up members. So you can get that link through the Telegram. If not, we'll pop it in again after today's game. And yeah, you can chat to us pre-game, at half-time or at full-time. There's a lobby point so I can decide who wants to jump into the broadcast with me and have a word and get your opinion. Because obviously, again, it's nice hearing from Stu, but we want to hear from more of you. We want to hear what everyone else has got to say. So hopefully get someone different at full-time. And hopefully that's to talk about a win we've had. So, let's switch ourselves back over to the main event, though, the match itself. There you go. Lagged a little bit. Still lagging a little bit now, actually, Christ. There you go. Camera's catching up. Players are coming back out, then, for both sides. But yeah, not been terrible, though, so far. I think Kiefer's shown himself to be the right choice ahead of Ronaldo today. Still a few little errors. Like I say, I don't think his corner was very good. Steve said put it back post of the 6 box, and he put it very short front. But again, weather conditions, have evened the game out a little bit. Winstanley have lost their 10. It's on Paddock to take advantage here. It's on Paddock to go, you know what? Let's punish their misfortune. I don't think Winstanley have been a terrible team. I just think, yeah, we've just had the better rub of the green so far. But on us to keep that work rate up, on us to keep that intensity. Keep them honest, keep pressing, keep heads up for passes, We saw those moments where we panicked a bit and were just punting the ball into the air and, launching at each other. Can't be doing that. Need to do better than that, so... So it will be Paddock's kick for the second half. There's a couple of our players lose their jackets because they were cold. But again, this is why we do warm-ups before the second half starts. You go through the motions again. Michael and Joe are not in position. Get in the fucking pitch. Move your ass. Just any second there then for kick-off for the second half. Just waiting on the lino yet again. Hey, finally, underway. Second half then. Paddock defender 1-0 lead. Bit of a push on Joe there on the left. A little bit of dark arts though, nothing serious. Will be a throw in near side. Winstanley will be hoping the wind favours them again this half like it favoured us last time. Gives them some elevation, pushes down the field. Definitely helped us getting it up the field away from our defence. Just punt it into the air and let the wind carry it. Agreed though, Chris, but that was the thing. The danger there was the 11, 10 and the 7 were all causing trouble. They've just lost the 10 and there was rumours then of him having gas and air. So KO'd. Nice flick over the top. Deflects off Coleman. Kiefer in the way. Nice ball back. Coleman. Tries the first time ball. Nice idea. It will be a throw in though, far side. And yeah, I've just been told the number 10's injury is a dislocation, so that's unfortunate. Hopefully it hasn't caused too much damage. Scrapping around that right hand flank. Loose ball picked up by Winstanley. Be a throw to the Winstanley Warriors on that far side. Just as the sun comes out. Good touch for number 2. Claims a handball, nothing. In my mind. Out to the 7 now. Is that getting out wide? Keeping him against the byline. Yeah, I want Lewis to start using the Discord at full time, get a player to come and talk to us. Decent flick from Dylan, can't find anyone though. Not quite seeing the energy from KO that we saw previously. Good header back from Zach, the wind's caught it. Good claim by Mason Taylor. I think Winstanley just dropped the Veo a bit for us to stop the wind carrying it. Apologies for the seasickness, I think they're just adjusting it perspective slightly. I assume the pole was bending a bit as well, which is mad. You're wondering why ours broke, because ours on the bloody supporting stand they give. Joe had done out the ball now. Good pressure from Winstanley. Wilson cleans up. Could have taken his time for the touch. Headed back by the 6. Headed back by Wilson. Back to the 6 it goes. Edge of the box on the Tunji. Player slipped. Has a foul on Zach Bell. A rash lunge there with the tackle. Wasn't two-footed, but cleaned his leg out. But yeah, be good to get Harrison at full time, especially if Leland comes on and scores a goal. Scrapping around the middle. Stay corner, a foul sent on over him, but ref didn't seem interested. Walker chasing, gone too far though, so it will be Paddock's throw. Throw taken. Paddock trying to scrap the way through it. Battling now. Oh, it's a poor pass, but we do win it. Can we keep hold of it? Flicks forward. Chasing, chasing. Keeper's coming out. Ooh, nearly. Forced the keeper into kicking out for a throw-in far side. Denied him going long down the field, clearing the lines. Harris is forgetting that Dylan Wilson likes passing to Leland though. Could be quite funny. But then I'm forgetting that Steele probably take Dylan off. Oh! It's gone in! After all that! He fouled him, but he scores it. And Paddock take a second goal and a 2-0 lead. Now 2-0. KO'd with the second. Getting fouled in the box, but a decent striker play that. Forcing errors. I don't think any of us know what happened, but it went in, so it matters. It counts. There's your confirmation then. Kaya Adewale and number 9 banging in the 52nd minute. Not just the wind shaking the Veo, the wind's tilting the Veo. Their pitch isn't sideways. Here comes the 7. Gets the ball in, back post. Floats it too far though, but... Got to be careful, Goober. Unfortunately, the wind is tending to blow against our goal now. This was the way it was blowing first half. So we're at risk of it happening. Steve telling Sam Walker not to put it so high. You can see, as it hits that top bit of air, just suddenly backspins and drops down. Loses all that distance. In the first half, Sam Walker doing that would have kicked it at the pitch. It just shows you the wind element. But you can play into that. You can use the wind as a buffer and drop it into the middle of the pitch nicely. Olatunji into Dindrash. Wilson. Tried to stab it up the line. Dylan Wilson goes down. Will be a Paddock throw though. 6 is at least magnanimous and helps him to his feet. And yeah, exactly what you guys were saying as well. Winstanley went 3 down to us early season. A poorer Winstanley side. And they got 2 goals back. So Paddock need to keep the focus here. I'll take a very professional game. Just, you know, stick as a 2-0 now. Just see it out properly. Obviously, I want more goals. I want more intent. But Olatunji with the head. Back from their 6. Bell's got a player of his back. 7. He's hooked it over the top of himself. Claims that Wilson's been impacted. Not sure why he's smacking Dylan's feet out of the way. Ref's giving it our way again as well. Bell with a free kick then. The thing is, we're saying it's very un-Paddock-like. What have we discovered in the recent 2 games? Again, bafflingly. KO'd a striker, so we play him as a 9 rather than centre-back and wondering why he's doing tackers and losing the ball. Way better as our number 9. And again, suddenly having a number 9, now we've lost Sam Pratt for a while. Having a number 9 back gives us focal points. Gives us confidence that if we put the ball forward, we're going to find someone. Also, putting Kiefer in has just added a bit of extra dimension to our wing. Joe is the one who's going to cut short and try and do stuff. Kiefer's the one who's going to go long and try and skip round. It's a balance in terms of the wing options. We've got variety. When we do play Ronnie as well as Joa, it's 2 people doing the same thing. And I don't think that's very balanced what Paddock trying to do in terms of confused defenders. Wasteful ball there from Coleman. Back with Winstanley. Paddock in with the press though. Skip past us. Now, Winstanley on the break. Good ball into number 9. 7's pushing up in support. Edge of the box. Fronting him up nicely, Bembo. Bembo wins it back. Junior, that was class. Chips the ball up to KO'd. 3 players on him. No players around support. Dylan's the 10. Bell chasing the 7. Bit of pressure in. Nice. Strong in the tackle there from Bell. Goes back to the 7 though. Still got it. Magnet feet. But well played by the captain. And back to Olatunji it goes. Nice and safe. Ah, it's a heavy pass into Bell. Dendraj catches it though. Skips in now into the middle. Coleman can't quite get there. Wilson. Wasteful ball from Dylan. Gonna get himself subbed at this rate if he keeps that up. Olatunji taking 2 business years to send something. Thank you. Chipped around the corner. Number 4 got lucky there. He fell and still retained it. Joa recovers. Bell into Wilson. Keep it in play. Going down the line there. Dragging him into the corner. He's ran out of the field. He's ran off the field. Tottenham Trent says, these players are rubbish. This is Cheshire League 1. It's the 12th tier of English football. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, these players aren't that good. It's the 12th tier English football. Winsford 2, Mersey Valley 3. For fuck's sake. Winsford. Bottle jobs. Stu, yeah, I don't disagree with that. I think Junior brings out better traits in Mike. I think he's more composed of it. Junior's looking just a very well-rounded defender. And I think Sam Walker's made strides this season in being more composed. I think we know he's got technical ability and talent, you know, pace, strength, you know, he's a good player. I just think sometimes he's a bit rash and sometimes loves that Hollywood pass. That's died down a bit this season. He's composed himself more and I'm liking it. Their throw taken, Alton, she puts it out of play again. The wind's picking up again now. Proper shit stirring here. I'm not sure how we've got away with that one. I honestly thought they were going to do Michael for a foul there. Mason throws out though. Paddock pushing down the line. Now onto the right wing. Kiefer. Back into Chaos. Coleman's made the run forward. Back to Kiefer it goes. Lane's offside for Coleman actually, which is hilarious. Didn't think he knew where the offside line was. Kiefer's still dribbling with it. Trying to do a bit too much in his own. Bouncing about a bit now with Paddock headed forwards and back. We don't want to fall into the aerial game we saw at the end of the first half, and it skips through the line now. Good ball forward, well read by Olatunji though, shields him off, claims he was getting tugged to number 9. And Mason Taylor picks it. In fairness, I wouldn't want Michael Olatunji to tug me. I'd protest. Mason with a long kick forward. Bounced back on itself. Ref's given the throw line. I did flag it as well. Jakaya, that's I'd say that's British weather. British and Dutch weather. When I went to Amsterdam, they were like, "Ah, you seem well prepared for this." So I went, "Yep, I'm from from England. This is our season 2." And yeah, Bembo did play this morning, played for the under-18s, went long to sport and ended up being a sub. Bit too far for the 7, see if he can keep it though. Not quite. Nearly took out the corner flag. Not sure what's going on here. The low ball forward now. Joe is kicking and running. Got some pace on him here. Oh, he's kicked it straight back into the 2. I don't know if that was a bit... Missed that, number 7. So I don't know if Joe just hit a bobble on the pitch and that's why he didn't drift wide like he wanted to. But it did all that running and then just like sold himself back out to the 2. Okay, beaten to it. Dylan backs out of it. Bell gets a touch. McGuinness gets a touch. Flicked over the back there to Joe up now. Then Drash. Players pushing. Dylan Wilson looking a little bit leggy. Had to get numbers in the box though. And Joe fails at the first man. Ball falls back to him. There's a foul surely on the edge of the box. Connolly, not that I've heard of. Again, one of my friends is actually a Hearts fan. His family are from Scotland, from that area. And yeah, he was saying, like, you know, to come up and ask stuff, you know, linked to a Paddock player. I was like, oh, I know Liam does Paddock stuff, you know, any insights? And yeah, he said, you know, he seemed keen on having Kiefer based on what they need for, you know, subs and youth development sort of thing. Kiefer would fit in nicely, but no, not heard anything from that again. Might be one with a wait for the summer. We know Kiefer's had, you know, interest from Hearts and Cardiff, trialled at Preston, I think Stockport County. I think someone else, I think Blackburn were interested too. Free kick comes in short, bobbled into the keeper. KO hasn't quite killed him. Long ball from their keeper. Again, the wind will carry it. Nice. Olatunji's just nearly broke his neck heading that. Jesus Christ, Michael. Who taught you how to header? It's a good header, but it's like he's snapping his neck at it. Ball out wide now. Kiefer. They're sending over more people to stop him. Flicks it back into Coleman. Throw to Paddock, far side. Nidge, you're not wrong. Surprised the ref doesn't take binoculars or just watch from like one of those lifeguard towers. Paddock with the ball into the box. Way too heavy on that one. Needs just to dink it or even cut back. Again, Winstanley looking to take quickly. Bell gets in. Played round though. Nice. Missed his second touch. Will be Paddock's throw. But again, Winstanley just a little bit more clinical there. I think Michael slipped as he's come off the pitch as well. I think he hurt himself. Zach floats in the air again. We're trying to keep it down and Zach's kicked it forward and it's gone backwards because of the wind. Dion Kemp, lace your boots up. Get into left back. Joe was beaten to the ball by number 2. Again, just got to be careful of that scanning, that intensity they're offering. They need a comeback goal here. They're going to start ramping it up. Joe's ball. Here we go now. He's on his own. 2v3 at the moment. Joe Coleman offering short as well. Joe's running himself into danger. He's going to lose out on it, yeah. Can't protest that. That's a massive offside. They're not happy with that one. So they're claiming that Zach played them all onside. Steve having a go with Zach and Michael. They need to know. They weren't paying full attention. Decently won back by Paddock. Winstanley is starting to show more control. Paddock playing a high line. Olatunji. And the calls of brilliant Michael. It was good strength to hold off the striker, but I feel at any point there he could have got his foot round it and swung the ball further upfield. Got it away. Ball's driving through. Good tackle from Paddock. Loose ball. Bembo now. McGuinness. Oh, sorry, Walker even, sorry. Ball out wide to Kiefer Cole. Drive him round him if you can. Skip through him now. Trying to go within the byline. Still scrapping. Corner given. Greg just checks 100% onside. Well, yeah, fair. In the moment, just glancing back at it, thought maybe it could have been just smidge off, but corner comes in. That's a whip and a half, and it keeper's parried it. Not sure why KO's standing still, throwing his arms out. Like, you know, move. Seven's got Zach Bell on toast here for pace. Cross comes in, squares it back. See, oh, Olatunji just got away with that one with a hyperextension. Thought he'd missed out on it. McGuinness puts it forward now. Stab down the side. Kiefer Cole. Back into Coleman. Kiefer sprinting still. He's got KO'd up ahead. Trying to skin his man. In it comes. Oh, it's too close to the keeper. Decent though. The pace of turning around here, they're stretching the lines a bit. Zach Bell, nice tackle. Going to go out of play though. Yeah. Yeah, in fairness, the number 2 is Zach Bell. He's a midfielder, not a left back. He's covering there today. We've had a couple of injuries to our left backs, so having to make do. So I can get how it's a bit tricky in terms of, you know, being outside your natural position, having to deputise. The odd mistake will come through, and again, yeah, we've been very respectful of Winstanley before, and in terms of the number 7, 10 and 11 have all been very much dangerous threats, and obviously 10 went off just before half-time with an injury. Sounds like a dislocation from what we heard. But the 7 and 11 have kept us honest, so... And then again, the 9's not even bad. Like, you know, decent striker by all accounts. Just they haven't had quite that much of a chance into him so far. Zach shields the ball out to the corner. It will be a goal kick. Why has he left the what? Not sure why we've let the ball just go out when it's our goal kick, but whatever. To be honest, Trev, I think you'd be okay if you just start whipping them. just start throwing hands. I think you'd be fine. Goal kick to Paddock then. Walker to take. For anyone who didn't know, Mason Taylor still dealing with that quad injury he picked up against Style. And you can see the trajectory. The ball gets up past a certain height. The wind just carries it. KO'd. Good ball down the side now. Beaten to it by Kiefer's beaten to it by their player. But pressing anyway still. We suddenly have made subs themselves. I don't know if Paddock are going to make any soon. Leland and Ronnie are going to be making their way onto the pitch. So I'll keep an eye out for who they're replacing in a second, but just heard Steve say Leland, Ronnie and Latavia. Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, KO's looking a bit leggy, Dylan's looking a bit leggy. Kiefer has around a lot as well, so wouldn't surprise me to see Joe go right wing, Ronnie onto the left. Then maybe lose Dylan for Leland and drop KO'd into 10. Or maybe not. Oops, they're gonna surprise you guys. Out back with Paddock at the moment. Olatunji. Balls to the red zone. Bit of messing about in this corner here. Gets it down the line. Wilson into Joa. Lindrash spins him. Gets fouled. Ref's giving it. There's your confirmation then. Leland Irvine into centre forward. Ronaldo Brown onto the wing. Joe Coleman and Zach Bell make their way off. So KO'd dropping out of the 9 into centre mid with Joe McGuinness. Dylan stays in the 10. And Captain Joe Adin-Dries drops back from left wing to left back. So Ronnie and Joe are on the left. Kiefer and Sam Walker on the right. Free kick to Paddock to boot. Headed clear. Decent flick on. Intercepted by McGuinness. Back with Adewale. Out to Walker. See if Paddock can get a goal here with the intensity of the new subs. The fresh legs. Kiefer. Trying to cross. They're doubling up on him. Need some support there for Kiefer. He's still going it. Cross comes in. Oh, it's whipped way too far. I know what he's tried, but a bit too much fizz on that one. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it's watch us now concede and be 2-1 like I predicted, and Zach goes, see, told you. But Zach was showing signs of flagging. He was getting done for pace by the number 7. He's, you know, it's tricky. He got 15 left plus a bit. Feels like we're playing at St James's Park here with the veils being tilted. Feels like the pitch is downhill. And yeah, exactly, Notch. It was silly humour for what it was, but again, when you start getting weird and creepy about going the show with the girls, no need. Especially when, you know, some of our women's team are newly 16. Like, yeah, we've got quite a young team in the mix. Like, it's just not appropriate, so. But yeah, women's team are playing tomorrow at Openshaw at 2:30. The league title is potentially in our hands. See it. I'll have to double check the league table itself. I believe it's us and one other team that are causing the hubbub. Top of the table. I think both teams can go up as well. I'm pretty sure that the top 2 goes up out of the women's league, but again, I've only been to a couple of games, so. But yeah, Oldham, AFC Oldham has got 2 games under us, so they could jump us for points. But we do have a nice gap over Wilmslow in 3rd as well. Like, wins for 2 MV4. Wow. Blimey. Yeah, in terms of fixtures though, Haddock have got a couple left. So it's AFC Oldham tomorrow, which is a big decider in terms of keeping them off our back for the title, if we want to do that. It's 4-point gap at the moment, opens up to 7. Their 2 games in hand wouldn't make a difference then. And then the final one, playing away in Stockport against Reddish North End Women. And I will be at that one, because the West Brom game isn't on for us. So the free kick's taken. Long ball, not really going to be Ronaldo's ball, but see if he can press it. Scrapping about a bit, ball bobbling through our lines, a bit too easy. It's happened a few times this half. And then they do a wasteful pass into the defence like that. And if you did miss that, Zach Bell is back on after a brief break because Junior Bembo has gone off with an injury. So Sam Walker is in centre back. Zach Bell is over at right back now. Given the goal kick, I think it was a corner. from the sounds of it as well. I mean, I know we've got Phoenix and Gordon left. I can hear talk about maybe bringing someone on for Dylan to 10. Get a bit more energy in for that last 10. Don't know if that's going to be Phoenix or Gordon, but we'll see. I'd be surprised if we didn't see Phoenix come on for that and Gordon go out for Kiefer. He's had a lot of running today, Kiefer has. A little bit less impactful this half than the first half, but again, we have put a bit more of the play down the left side rather than the right. As Walker absolutely shifts that one up the field, headed straight back into the middle. Look at that massive gap there. Joe against their 7. Okay, heavy touch there, gives it back to the 7. They've got 14 wide, ball through as well. Now with the 9, into the box, squares it inside. Oh, he's fluffed it across him. Can't believe 11 hasn't hit that one. They've got a player down the box as well. I didn't see it, obviously. I don't know if you guys did. Player maybe was fouled in the box off the ball. But yeah, I definitely agree that the ref's been very kind of us there. And obviously, if they'd had proper linos, might have flagged something there. Player's limping in the box. We caught him late in the box. Would have been a penalty. But yeah, living on luck and grace and all sorts here, because that should have been an easy finish for their 11. He's had a good game. Causes trouble. Really like the player. And yeah, this didn't work out. The wind's picking up again. Switched out to the 7. Again, Joey gets in. Thunders that one out of play. And there you go. As called. It will be Dylan and Kiefer making way. And replace will be Phoenix Lawton. Just play a 9 or 10 role, so he'll be in the 10, shadowing off Leland. And Gordon Imaro out onto the right wing. That's all Paddock subs used now. The only thing that could be done is bringing someone back on if there's an injury, like we've just done with Zach. So, otherwise though, last 10 or so to go. I think we'll stick as we are now. Ball down the left flank here for Winstanley. Throw to them. Put out a play safely by Paddock. Will be a corner. Oh, wins for 3 MV4. Could this be a 4-4? I'd be tapping up their 11, their 10, their 7, their 9. They've got good players, but realistically, you know, let's see how they do next season. With these players, they'd be in the positions we are now. They wouldn't have done so sloppily as they did at the start of the season. They'd be playing much higher up. So, you know, there's a chance. Corner again, though, this time near side rather than far. Corner taken short. Ball comes in. Half-heartedly cleared. Ronnie chasing the 6. Joe fronting up the 9. Ball. They're claiming that one was a corner. Has he got it? Must have deflect off Joe of them. Back into the corner we go. Ronnie watching the short corner just in case. Ball in the middle. Nodded. Still bouncing around. Don't like this. Really don't like this. We talk about red zone. Bloody hell. We talk about red zone and nobody clears lines. 6 puts it back in. Who would have seen that coming, eh? Winstanley get a goal back. Shocked there. Winstanley Warriors 1, Paddock 2. Zach Bell. Can't say he didn't cause the clean sheet this time, though. bloody clock. Scoreline. There we go. Well, there goes clean sheet. And I think someone in the chat said, haven't had one since October. And Winsford have got a 4th. Funny. Bit dicey now for Paddock. But I did call 2-1. I did say it'd be a late one in it. It's almost like I know what I'm talking about, but the problem is Paddock. We could throw this away at the death. We've thrown away 2 goals before against them. And the wind is in their favour like it was in our first half. What Steve's saying on the sideline is, you know, they've punished us here with a corner into the danger zone. It's just scrambled about, and that's what we wanted to do first half. And between the corners between who took them in terms of Joe and Kiefer, didn't hit that spot. Corner comes in, back post, headed. We are so shit at football. 2-2. Winstanley, strike again. There's to lose now. Absolute bag of shit. I try not to be too much of a moody git about this. It's so hard to be positive when you do dumb shit. It really is. In blink of an eye, Paddock thrown away a 2-goal lead. Here's your confirmation. 83rd and 84th minute goals. Both from corners. Poor. Very poor. I've got a flash. Don't say house and rim. That makes me think of other things. So this is one of 6 games left, and I put in the actual teaser. You can see on the description on YouTube, a bit different to Twitch. On YouTube description, I did say we've got 6 games. Ball's offside. Nah, he's tickled into the keeper. Can't clip the loose. But yeah, I said on the description, it's 6 games to prove ourselves for next season. Prove you deserve a space in the team. And some people have said, oh, it's not about, you know, we are trying. So yeah, but if you're trying and not performing, that's, you know, potentially not being good enough. Or if you're not trying, that's not good enough. You know, that's the way the club improves. But it might be a case if we can't recruit better people, but I'm pretty sure we can. Yep. And it's a combination. And so Leland winner would be lovely here, but it's a combination thing here as well as into basics. Confidence and just concentration. We switch off. And again, it is 12th level of football. It is, you know, Cheshire League 1. Let's not be silly. But you know, we know the basics. Clear the bloody lines. We keep saying this whole thing of like red zone. It's a bit of a joke going, oh, red zone, red zone. The whole reason it exists is because people are not paying attention to the danger zone. We're having to call it its own thing. It sounds like it's going to be a +5 to the full time, yeah, for the stoppage. So 2 now and 5 after. But yeah, exactly. So they put 2 good corners into the box, and 2 goals have happened. And I feel sorry for Steve in a sense because this is what he wanted in the first half. We put those corners into that spot. One of our close chances happened in the first half because of doing exactly that. It's about finding that 6-yard spot and causing havoc, seeing what can happen. Lawton. Poor ball out. Tried and challenged a bit, but couldn't find Amaro. No. Walker. Just let the player bounce the header. Back to Taylor it goes. Olatunji. Out wide to the captain, Dean Drash. Player chasing him now. Stabbed down the line. It's heavy. Can Ronaldo get there? No, we can't. Cleared out though again. Winstanley. Frustrated with that one because they thought they had time to get rid of that properly down the line and turn on us. And again, you know, Paddock will feel frustrated with throwing away a lead. Winstanley will feel frustrated they haven't won this. The flash across the 11 he could have tapped in would have sealed the deal. But not just that, like, just we have been pants this last 10 minutes. And the problem we've got with the subs as well is, you know, like, I don't really know how much we found the ball to Leland yet. Back from McGuinness, back into Dandraj. Leland's up top of the line. Goes wide to Ronaldo. What can Ronnie do here? He's got Joe short for him. Drop of the shoulder, sends it back down the field. Again, all that progress though. Looped forward by Joa. Poor touch. Zach skipping through the lines. Find the pass. Good control by Bell. Finds Walker. Sends it forward. Leland was trying. That's a flick back though. He's onside as a result of it. Heavy, heavy touch. Winstanley saying he should have let it bounce, and he's right. Olatunji now. Back in stoppage we go. So we're going to guess at 5. Ref did say about 7 2 minutes ago. Yeah, 10 at training from 40 plus players. That's bad. That's the level of stuff we have at my training. We've got 53 on the roster and we turn normally most weeks with 10. We had 16 this week. It's impressive. All down the line. Too easy for them. Ronaldo now. Oh, what are you doing? Just gift it straight back to them. Offside given. Yeah, our photography is great, to be fair. Between Dej, Saul, Lewis and me, we've got some great photography going on. Nothing there. Straight away, Paddock lose the ball again. This is what's been a big difference. We've had no retention of the ball since changing the team up a bit. And I know we were... Good turn there. We were saying there's problems with Joe in midfield, but... Oh, that's going to be a... Oh, for God's sake. I'm hoping it's on the edge. But even if it's on the edge... It is a silly foul, Ross, and that's the Paddock way. I'm hoping it's outside. I'm hoping it's outside. Getting a bit shirty. So, it does look like it's going to be a penalty. Number 7, I appreciate it. It's just me chatting shit about the team. Why are they still giving it? If it's our lot, wind your necks in because you can see the penalty. If it's their lot, you've got the penalty. Behave. I thought it was on the edge of the box. I genuinely did. I thought it was a free kick bang on the edge. But yeah, again, like I say, we are limited to a VAR view. It's not the most accurate. And yeah, I doubt the lino was, and the ref's obviously a mile off. So, yeah. Winstanley here with penalty to win the game, perhaps. We are in the dying moments of stoppage time. Still got a minute so to play. Obviously, we'll add a bit extra on because of the penalty itself and the stoppage to fight each other. Here we go. Tucked away, bottom corner. So I'm going to update this on the live. I can't be asked with doing the thing I do normally. There you go. 3-2 on that. Absolute pile of shite. And there you can see how I had it on the fly as well. Tactical. 5? Bullshit, we got 5 more minutes. If we've got 5 more minutes, that's hilarious. Free kick given against Paddock. The thing is, in terms of how we've done in terms of getting promoted, we've not had a bad first season, realistically. Genuinely, we've not had a bad first season. The problem is, rightly flagged, we can see the problems that are going to cause us problems next year and beyond. If we don't fix up stuff now, or plan to fix up stuff now, next season's going to be either the same or worse, and it's going to go from there and spiral. So, it's important to flag the problems we've got now in terms of, you know... Oh, that was just such a pants ball to their number 7. Thanks for that. Luckily, he passed like a moron himself. No, I agree in that sense, and I think I said about the way we started the league, we should have been much closer to the title challenge than we are. I'm just saying that, you know, if you were looking on paper, what the fuck are we doing? Oh, fuck off. What is any of this? Hold on. Bunch of chances. 2-0 up, 4-2 down. Fucking waste of space. I might just leave the goal score up now and just keep it, because I'm going to pop it up again in a second anyway when they score a 5th. Yeah, no, I say, honestly, you can't fault it. Winstanley haven't been bad today. We haven't been bad until the end. But as soon as they've conceded, they've scored the corners. Oh, we've lost the VAR as well now. Is he trying to spare us something? Christ. This will just sum up our performance, to be fair. Unless they've turned the VAR off. That would be quite funny. We'll give it a second. See if anything's happened. But otherwise it might be game over in both senses, the stream and the football game. Well, this is fun. I'm sure somebody did predict the score. Let's have a quick scroll back up the chat. See how far we can go. because we've got no football to watch, seeing as the stream's down. Again, this is Winstanley's footage. Harris went 4-0 Winstanley. Ross Murphy went 4-2 Paddock. We're not close there. There you go, Chris. I think we lose 4-2 today. King A-Rod on Twitch. Sacked in the morning. Steve's getting sacked in the morning. I'm not surprised. But yeah, Harris, if you want to come on full time in a second, we can chat the horrible thing that's just happened in this game. I have messaged the media team just to say the Veo's down and see what's what. But yeah, the Veo's given up, unfortunately. I'm going to give it a refresh and just see if that's going to do anything, but it might just be dead on their end, unfortunately. Yeah, the Veo's not live anymore, so yeah, unfortunately, that's as far as it goes. I'm not sure if that means that the full time's happened or what. But yeah, if anyone wants to go on Discord, get yourself on, and we'll have a chat. I can even bring in a couple of you, make it a bit of a podcast sort of thing for the finale. But yeah, the Veo is done and dusted. So we're going to take a quick BRB, just so I can nip to the loo, and then yeah, we'll get ourselves onto chatting about it.
As much of my experience over to you guys as possible, help you if I can, help the players, as I say, and as a club I think that we've got exciting plans on where we're going.
I should have just used this. It's just you don't have audio.
Yeah, really looking forward to it. It's nice to be
first
on
time,
home turf. Yeah,
finally.
In the stadium. Yeah, it's a lovely feeling to get here and see the lads starting to warm up and yeah, make a place our own again.
I think I've always seen myself as a leader anyway, whether I've got the armband or not.
Well, we're back again. No confirmation just yet that the game is full time. Again, so they were talking at 95 minutes about being an extra 5 still to play, so it could be a +10 with the injuries and all that sort of stuff. Who knows? But yeah, my expectation is that we've lost 4-2, so we'll treat it as that. But we are going to get Chris, our podcast host, down on into the chat. Chris, can you hear me? Chris, are
yeah,
you
I can hear you, mate.
There we go. Perfect. Yeah, got you, mate. So we're going to assume it's a 4-2 defeat, given that the stream is packed up on us. Obviously, at least we had Winstanley stream, so we appreciate that from them, given our camera fell over in the wind. Yeah, I feel like we're going to turn this into a bit of an inquisition here. Thoughts on that game? Because the short version is absolute can of shit.
I mean, I think Winstanley put ourselves out of our misery there, because the way the game was going, it could have been 5 or 6. I mean, set pieces again. Apparently the management team can see these issues and they are fixing them, but this has been going on for half a year.
Yeah.
We can't pass the ball, we can't run, we don't score goals. It's like we can't recruit players. That the issues are just like endemic throughout the whole club, right from top to bottom. And this season's now a write-off. Like, we're out of all the cups. Any faint chance we had of promotion are pretty much out the window today, because we've lost this game, and both Winsford and St Helens have picked up wins. So we need to focus now on next season. And we could talk about the ins and outs of the Winstanley game, but just rinse and repeat from 9 out of the last 10 games where we've either narrowly won and not deserved it, or just been thoroughly beaten. We need to be looking at building a squad. We need to be looking at hiring and finding new players to complement what we've already got there. And we just need a bigger squad in general. And we need to look at different avenues and methods to get people to the club, because we're running on fumes. And like we say, we've got some players playing 2 games a day. which is absolutely outrageous for a club of our size. We've got, 10, 11 teams in the club, and we can't get 14, 15 fresh leads out on a Saturday. And we've heard the excuses. We've heard that if we bring new people down to training, they don't understand the drills. Like, we had 10 people there on Tuesday. Like, you can't run proper drills with 10 people anyway. So we may as well do all we can to get people down there. And to be honest, it stinks of people just self-preservation, trying to look after themselves in the squad. The most important thing is the club, and it's bigger than any player, any manager, any coach, any member or any fan. And the recruitment drive for next season needs to start today. And I don't care that it's March and the season's still got 5 games left. It starts today, and we need to be putting out all the stops to ensure that we go into next season absolutely flying, because frankly, that's not what we've done this season.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point to mention. And obviously, we've our good form early season. I think it was no surprise it tied in with having Sam Pratt and with having Cam in the squad a lot more regularly. And obviously, with Cam's work, that can't be helped. He's been less and less available. And again, Sam Pratt, unfortunately, unavailable. It has helped having KO come into the mix. Obviously, we saw a goal today, a hat-trick previously. So there's potential for him as our 9. But again, we also saw mistakes as we dropped KO deeper. He can be a multi-purpose player, but I don't think we see any good realistically as we drop him deeper. For me, it's 9 or 10 or nothing. I want him high up the pitch or just don't bother. And I think that then comes back down to, like you were saying, squad depth. We're using Junior and Kiefer when it's okay. They deserve first team minutes, and they should. And we've been crying out for starts and stuff because they played well for the most part. But also they could have had such a big impact for the 18s today and towards the title. And other players could have filled in for us. And I think we've had the same criticism of the same players throughout the season. And some of these players have talked to us in the Telegram chat and tried to defend their side of things. And but you can see who's doing what though. Like Sam Walker has improved. It's still not quite where we need him to be, but he's improved on last season. And other people have regressed. And it's some are making the right steps, some aren't. And it's a case of okay, is that just a case of that's the natural evolution of the squad where as we go higher and push better, these players get left behind, or is there something going on where they don't want to give their all? What's the deal? And it's a difficult one to assess in terms of that.
Liam, objectively, we're worse than last season.
Yeah.
I know we've stepped up a league.
No, yeah,
but
agree.
you look at our starting 11 and you look at last year's starting 11, we had the likes of Eddie playing. We had Danny Hugo was like on fire for us at the back. Michael Olatunji is a different player this year than he was last year. The current back four, I'm a big fan of Junior, and I think we need to build the back four around him, like for the coming seasons. But he doesn't get in our team last year, and that's the sorry state of what our team is. And we can bemoan no Sam Pratt, but Sam Pratt hasn't played for us since November,
possibly,
and it's now March.
Yeah.
I mean, we have 4 months to find a striker, and I'm sure there are many ways we could have done it, and whatever we've tried has not worked. And I'm glad we stumbled across KO'd, and he's going to do a job for us up there. But you also can't build a team around people like KO'd and Cam and Mike Taylor and you name it, like people who will play half the games. They're all good lads and they're all good players and we like them, but you need 13, 14 fully grown senior players that play for the first team week in, week out. And then you complement those 13, 14 with your Mike Taylors and your Cams and your KOs who will come in and, they're the cherry on the icing on the cake, but you can't rely on them every single week. And we said it when we got beaten comfortably by Daten. They've played like 24 games at that point. I think 12 of them have played 20. Like that speaks for itself. And they're on for 4 trophies this season.
Yeah.
So, I've said too much and I've said enough, but, we're meant to be one of the 30-something most supported YouTube football club in the country. And we can't find a player to fill a player that left 4 months ago. I mean, we've got to have a bit more ambition and a bit more reach because, frankly, we've got 1,800 members that are paying money, and they want to see, not necessarily results but actions.
No, I'd agree with that, and I think as well, like when we're talking about the recruitment and things, it's poor that we've had, by the looks of it, 4 players on the bench today rather than 5. So that's wild. But even then, like you're also looking at the fact of who have we brought in recently. We got Gordon in. Gordon came through a trial that the likes of yourself and Stu and a few of us pushed for happening, And it should have been a case of players like that should have been identified earlier. And I can sympathise with Steve or whatever if it's a case of it was a training session and someone doesn't show up or someone's not putting the graft in it. But the problem you've got there as well is is it a reverse element of because these players aren't getting a chance in the first team, they're not showing up in the training properly? Is it like you've got to start using me for me to want to bother? So it's a tricky one again. It shouldn't be that way around, but we do have a lot of young players as well as a few senior heads. So you're always going to have elements of whether it's whether you call it indiscipline, petulance, whatever. There are going to be elements of the youth coaching that you have to adapt compared to senior coaching, because these aren't people who have established lives and jobs and partners and kids and things. Some of these are just like say 16, 17-year-olds who are the future's ahead of them. And maybe they push their way up the non-league setup. Maybe they go to the likes of Kiefer's case, Hearts and Preston people, or maybe someone like Dylan ends up in the Northern Prem. Stuff like that. So.
We don't care. We don't care about mistakes, Liam. Like young players make mistakes. Like we're playing in step 12. Like,
oh yeah, no, for sure. But I think the point was more that we've heard from Steve saying when we've criticised Ronnie's played a few too many games in a row when we haven't seen too much goal output from him. Why is that? And it's like because he has the right attitude. It's like cool, okay, I appreciate he's got the attitude, but is that then putting off younger players who potentially could deliver more because they feel like it's just going to be the same old getting picked? I think that's where we're all in agreement. Really, is are we seeing the right selections? Are we seeing the right recruitment?
I mean, fundamentally, there's always going to be problems with, people saying I would pick this player, and people are going to disagree about who the best team is. But it all comes back to that same problem: is we don't have enough players. And if somebody leaves, if something happens, if someone gets injured, that's part of football, especially at our level. But to be 4 or 5 months further down the line and to be no closer to solving the problems, and for people to feel like we're not even trying to solve the problems and we're just getting served like poor performances, it's just not good enough. And we all like we like the likes of Zach and Joe, who turn up every week, and Michael, and these are great lads, and we're not saying let's kick them out, far from it, but what we're saying is we need another 12 of them. It doesn't matter if we don't win every week, and it doesn't matter if we're not even good every week, but you just want to see the club moving in the right direction and fixing problems which we can all see. And even if we don't fix them, at least let it appear like we can see you're trying to fix them.
Yeah, and I think squad depth's a massive thing, and I also think, like say, I said it earlier in the first half, how much of our problems in terms of when we say about the midfield's not doing this, that, and the other, how much of that comes from a lack of depth in playing both the Joes are quite similar play styles, but also how much of that comes from a lack of confidence because they don't trust their backline. And I think for me, having an out-and-out, star striker in the summer is the main goal to achieve, to get someone. Again, happy to play KO up there, and obviously we've got Phoenix and Leland as backups as well. So, but for me, I want 4.
Yeah.
I want a star man up top who's going to be the goal getter. And I also think just strengthen the defence. If you can fix up the defence, I rate Zach for the fact he floats around and does what we need to do, left back, right back, whatever, centre, a push as well. But he's a midfielder, and the mistakes are going to happen because he's a midfielder. His whole game's built around being a midfielder. So, I don't want to see him getting frustrated that he's being put at left back and made a mistake, because there are some proper rapid little number 7s and stuff causing trouble. So there is going to be that element of trouble. So for me, that's that. Mr. Harris has joined the call as well. We could turn this into a little podcast. Steve, your take on things?
No. What do you want me to say? Well, that's just took me 10 minutes to get into that, and I was still quicker to react than most of our midfielders today. So,
yeah, I mean, we were saying obviously issues with selection, issues with recruitment, squad depth is an issue, but today, I thought we were good value up to the 2-0 point. I thought we were looking solid and fairly composed. Do you think it is a case of the lack of depth meant fatigue hit us, or do you think people switched off being overconfident?
No, I think there's some fundamental problems, and I think regardless of results, let's face it, going to Mersey Valley and winning 3-0 is never going to be anything other than a great result. But I think in reality, I don't think the performance was anything to write home about. We've beat St Helens 3-0 at home. And again, it was a good, determined performance, but it wasn't particularly dripping in quality. When you compare it to, like Chris has just been saying, go back 12 months, we beat St Helens 4-0 at home, and we absolutely ripped them apart. We at one point early on in the season, we had a terrible pre-season, shocking. attitudes weren't right, application weren't right, and we bumbled his way into the start of the season. And we played Winstanley, and everybody came away from that first game with, on another day.
Yeah.
We did come back then, and we kept playing all. I can't remember. We played Winstanley, we played Wimenshaw, we played Billings, we played all bottom at table teams. We were only just scraping results together.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Did we get complacent from that? We had an extended pre-season.
Yeah.
And we got up to the Knutsford game out of our squad. I think we had 3 players, as far as I was concerned at the time, who were consistently hitting an acceptable standard.
Yeah.
That was Florid, Sam Pratt, and Cam Waters. And as we know,
it was a rough.
Florent got choked and Porodnik's playing back home, and Cam got injured at Knutsford. Don't really think Sam Pratt made much of an appearance after Knutsford. And I think since then, at that point, having 3 players playing well wasn't acceptable.
No.
And I don't think we've had one player since that Knutsford game who's played up to an acceptable standard. Joe has had a good game here and there. KO's going out to it last week, but then that's it. Like nobody's playing well. I think there's some fundamental problems at the club, and I think the longer it got, it's getting worse. It's not a blip. It's the same players week in, week out who just aren't up to it. It's easy just to go, well, we're not doing this, we're not doing that. It's we're not an elite sports team struggling to deal with elite sporting level. It's there's an attitude and an application problem at the club, and I think it's as much as last season we got promoted off of the back of an improved mindset, an improved attitudes, and the better. We got rid of some of the negativity and toxicity at the club is just it's rotting the club from inside out.
Yeah,
as far as I'm concerned.
And like you say about the results, I mean, the pre-season we had 3 hastily arranged games. We lost to Ashton Athletic 2-0, we lost to Flixton 3-2, lost to Knutsford 3-2, and then we came in and we went against Winstanley, put 3 past them fairly early doors from memory, and we were like, oh, maybe the pre-season's just like rocked us into fixing up, and then we let 2 sloppy goals in, and it was like, oh, okay, maybe we're not. And then it was, away at Wivenshaw, reserves beat them, away at Billinge beat them, home to Congleton beat them, Upton beat them, scraped an away win at Calabrow, which was a tough one at the end of August, and we're like, bloody hell. Daten we lost 2-1 to. People were like, again, we thought Daten would be tricky. Winsford we drew with again, same sort of stuff. Beat Knutsford in a tight game at home 2-1, and we're feeling ourselves. Mid-September, we've dealt with 3 of the big teams in the league, come away with 4 points out of 7, and we got 4 points out of 9. And we're thinking, okay, that's not too bad realistically. Then smashed St Helens at home. I was there for that one, fun game. And then from there, it started to go downhill into October. We just about beat Sandbach. That was a clutch one. I think that was that Omar's free kick, the Sandbach one?
We went through an entire period. I think it was Notts, weren't it, who said, we only score from set pieces.
Yeah. It was as soon as we dealt with the St Helens game, we just went into that free fall set piece FC, and that was it.
All teams that win things, win leagues, and get promoted out of leagues. There were times last season when St Helens were threatening to go unbeaten. They were 2-0 down with 10 minutes to go and we win 3-2. There's times where you go, oh my God, have we got a result today? But we should have been banging in them 97th minute free kicks, winners, and coming away from there thinking, right, we need to step up. Look what was results directly after Mersey Valley game. That should have been our catalyst to kick on at the end of the season. What happened after Mersey Valley game?
Yeah, because again, it was we come back into the new year. Obviously, we'd have a bit of a rough time after St Helens, really, in September. You know, we've clutched against Sandbach with a late goal, lost to Knutsford, lost bigger to Edgerton, which was even worse. At least Knutsford pressed off the park. Edgerton just took it easy and still battered us. Clutched up against Claybrow and got the 3 points again. We're like, okay, so we got 6 off Claybrow, loving it. And then off the back of that, we draw with Cheadle Heath Nomads reserves, and you're like, where was that from? And then we got absolutely pantsed by Upton, and then we go and beat Billinge on penalties. You know, lose 1-0 to Edgerton. Like, okay, we started the new year off right. Draw with Winsford, yep, decent. And then we have to scrape against Congleton Town reserves last second. We get pantsed by Daten. Penalties against Withy reserves and J.A. Walton. We lose the Northern Cup to Newton Le Willows on the mud pitch. But again, you know, decent performance at least. But we're praising a defeat for being a decent performance when like we expect decent performances. 3-0 draw with Billinge because we can't keep ourselves a clean sheet. Smash Mersey Valley and we're like, oh, but they weren't that bad. We just got luckier than they did. Perhaps a bit of fortune favoured us. And then as soon as we've had that, we go against Style and we're going to do another one, a 1-1. And then we have to 5-3 Cheadle. We lose to Haydock last weekend. Like, you know, it's just been so up and down. And yeah, like you say, you know, we can save a lot of this for the podcast later in the week, perhaps. But I think, as you were saying, like, I just think something has to change. There has to be, you know, some sort of inquiry. If you know, just we need to fix up.
Yeah, you know, things aren't right. Things aren't right on pitch. Things aren't right off pitch. Yeah. There seemed to be a core of players in that squad last season who did drive, you know, who drove the change, who drove the improvement in attitudes and everything. And I think now there seems to be a core of players who are dragging, you know, they're dragging the squad down, as far as I'm concerned. You know, and I'm not here to start naming names. I'll tell them to the face when I see them. But yeah, you know, I think there's 1 or 2 players who need to just have, you know, need to have a long hard look in there, and you know, because I think they're just wasting people's time there. You know, this is not about defending players who are going through a rough spell. You know, it's. I think some of them are just tossing it off now. Yeah. I think it's, you know.
Yeah, and I think that's it. I think as a fan group, you know, we've all been critical. You know, me on the comms, Chris on the podcast, everyone else in the Telegram chat or on socials and things. You know, and I think like some players we can see is a dip in form. Like Joa has looked much better in the past few weeks. You know, a bit of goals and his confidence has returned. You know, so you know people have dips, but like you say, you know, there's been too much inconsistency this season, and the way around that, you know, even if you're not going to get rid of players because of that, the way around it is a bigger squad. And yeah, it feels like at the moment we just say we're lacking. You know, to take 4 out of 5 spots on the bench today, you know, it's just not enough. So yeah, for me, I'll say we'll finish up here. But yeah, for me, just more needs to be done this summer. We need to fix up. We need to have a good pre-season and start the year strong next year, and just, you know, keep the consistency in terms of performance quality. Just make sure we're giving it our all. And I think if we do that, if we do the basics right, if we, you know, put the effort in, I don't see there's any reason why we couldn't push for the title with just a couple of additions to the squad.
Yeah, I think we need a realistic look at it. You know, it was only 2 weeks ago. I think Chris touched on it earlier. You know, we were quoting about Damani being out still. It's not, Damani's not out still, and I know if, you know, I don't know if he's listening, and I know I pull his leg all the time about it, but you can't get to last 5 games of the season and be talking about how your number 9's injured. He's been injured since pre-season.
Yeah.
You know, we've not replaced him. You know, well, we've got a ready-made replacement in Leland, but you know, we've just refused. I don't know. Yeah, it's
tough. It's tough.
I think it's time to move on.
Yeah, it needs a bigger sit down from the club and stuff with the players and say, here's what we need to be doing. Here's what we expect from you, and just, you know, be firm with things. Like, if people aren't doing it, and you know, we need to be benching people more and rotating more. If that's the case, if people can't put up, then they shouldn't be getting the starts.
Yeah.
But you know, one for another day though. So we've come to the end of our show. So appreciate you coming to talk though, Steve. Obviously as well to Chris, who's been and gone before you.
Go make us in a cup of tea, Liam.
Have a spot of late lunch and just take it easy. If you have stayed with us though this far, thank you very much for watching. Again, thanks to Steve, Stu and Chris for coming chatting to us through the stream. And yeah, been a bit of a shitter. Hopefully we find out some more about the VAO camera, and we can get ourselves on next weekend, because again, 3 home games to come, 2 away after that. But next Saturday is Mersey Valley, so hopefully we can broadcast it. If not, maybe one we go up and do a bit of Instagram live commentary on the fly or something from the sidelines. But for now, that'll do us. Shame we lost 4-2. Questions to be asked, Telegram chat to be abusing people in. But yeah, take it easy, look after yourselves, and we will see you next weekend. See you later.
Cheers, Liam.
Real fan ownership, real fan input, real fan change, real fan power. 50+1, we can go better than that. 100+ none. Download our app, view the free content, read about the club, that's fine. But if you want more, become a member. To vote, to go behind the scenes, to make an impact, interact with a global community around the world, influencing how we grow, where we play, club ethics and values. The more members we have, the faster we grow. Support the club, run the club, own the club. This is ours and no one will take it away. The future is in all our hands.